It's so good to be back. Hello, Cancer. To all of you tuning in, this is November 2023. A rather esoteric reading, I might add. I've just had a feeling to pull back from the day-to-day sort of readings and try to give you a bit more substance as to what's going on in the transits and how it impacts you on a deeper spiritual level, how it impacts your karma and how you might use those energies to your advantage, which in the end will play out and manifest in the outer world, hopefully as positive, successful benefits to you. But this month we see an important conjunction of three planets, Mercury, Mars and the Sun. Pardon me. We know it's not a planet. I just use that just as you have to allow me some astrological license on that. We're going to see a new moon in this area on the 13th. This takes place in your fifth house. The fifth house is important because it is a creative house. It is a house where the process of creation takes place. That's why the fifth house is considered the space of children, offspring, love affairs, romance. In some schools of thought, it's the competitiveness, sporting side of things. It's naturally ruled by Leo, the fire sign. But I want to go deeper today. I think the new moon there, and as well the recent the full moon eclipse in Taurus in your 11th house, has cast a very powerful stream of vibrations into that fifth house, the opposite house. And I want to focus on this because it's not usually considered a spiritual house per se. The fifth house is a creative house, and therefore once that creative process or that creative stream of being in the moment takes place, you are indeed in a creative space. That's why in the Vedic astrology it is the place of spiritual initiation. The mantra that the guru gives you is strongly linked to the deity that dominates this fifth space of your horoscope. So it's not unprecedented for me to talk about this fifth house as a spiritual house. And the meaning for you, I think, right now, this new moon coming, is to bust open that and shatter, if we can, the limitations you have to the creative process. And I'm not talking about the creative process as it's Saturday, I'm going to go and do ceramics. I'm talking about this being a moment-by-moment process of awareness, process of presence in this moment, and allowing every moment to be a creative expression of who you are. That's not easy because often we find ourselves in circumstances that are really diametrically opposed to what we feel is, a creative trigger. But that's the challenge you have, to find that creative space even amidst the most challenging and stressful circumstances. And I know your next question. How do we do that? Well, that is where, the spiritual masters in India had various techniques, meditation techniques, pranayama, stilling the mind through breath. You can use those processes as very simple tools, just giving pause and taking a few minutes every couple of hours just to, even a minute or two is enough just to compose yourself, take a few deep breaths, come back to this present moment and just allow yourself to smile a little bit at it and realise that This moment is just an eternal moment, and everything that's arising in it arises and subsides like waves, and that at the end of the day, you're simply the observer, like the mirror reflecting the images. That's the ideal. That takes practice. And so this month's reading for you, I think, is pretty much tied in with this. This is the practice for you. If you can bring your attention to that immediacy of the moment, focusing on what you're doing without judging what you're doing, then I think this is a process that will start opening up naturally for you and bring you some incredibly great benefits. I'm going to try to talk more along these lines for you, to give you some insights, some remedial measures as we talk more along this line of investigation. I want to explore the charts. I want to explore them in a way that gives a lot of you not just the benefits of worldly acquisition, but the inner acquisition of happiness and the tools to remain aware of what's going on. I've prepared all of the monthly transits though, so you can go over to astrology.com.au if you wish. You can find all of those text translations there for you. Don't forget to subscribe. We'll keep you posted on what's happening, and feel free to drop me a line, and I will be here next month. I hope you'll join me. Take care now. Bye-bye.